Okay, Hare Krishna. Shishya the Govinda ki jai. We'll take their blessings, seek their blessings to starting this class. Start with the Mangalachan. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yen Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Supadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utpadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagandali Raghunathan Vativam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagandalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुवादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषाय शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय ओम श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Okay, Hare Krishna. Just put the message in the group also. Yesterday we did the first part of section 1 of chapter 4, section 1, which was knowledge about the Krishna's transcendental knowledge, evam parampara praptim, how this knowledge has come. This we learned that what is the history beyond the this science, the science which was spoken to the sun god Vishwan, and then we jump to the various why Krishna has come paritranam sadhunam vinashaya dushkritam for to deliver the pious and annihilate the miscreants and to re-establish the principles of religion. We learned that, and we also learned that how old is Bhagavad Gita is. It was around at least around 120 million years, because that is the current age of Manu, and before that it was spoken to God Vivaswan by Krishna himself. So at least before that is the age of Manu, is at least the that is how old this knowledge is. It is coming from directly from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And we learned about various degrees of afflictions, right? And Raga, Bhaya, and Krodha. Now we come to the, how to apply this knowledge, right? How to apply it, because we are learning in the part, we are first part of the Bhagavad Gita, in which we are trying to learn one does, and what are its effects, and what is the the knowledge of the karma is now in being established. Okay, my internet is a bit it's fluctuating. I will just switch. So we come to the second part of this chapter 4, by hearing the applying the transcendent knowledge that we learned in the previous, this chapter, that Janma Karma, why we need to learn about this transcendental knowledge, because the Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yoviti Tatvata Tapta Deham Punarjanma Naiti Mamiti. So Arjuna, by knowing his appearance and his activities, the person, the devotee, embodied soul who knows that. His the appearance and his activities will never take his birth again in this world, right? He will be free and he will attain the eternal abode, right? He will be free from the cycle of birth and death. This is the assurance given by Krishna himself, right? So by hearing about Krishna, many persons in the past become purified, right? He this also said that by in many past he is giving the examples also and attain love for the Krishna. They attain love for Krishna because this was their desire and Krishna fulfilled it, right? They if you need to attain the love of Krishna, then one must have such a desire, right? So what if someone takes shelter of Krishna with something other than a desire to achieve transcendental love for him? Krishna explains reciprocation with such category of souls, right? Whatever desire you have with respect to Krishna, right? For that he explains in the 4.11. So ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sathaiva bhajamyam mama martama nuvartante manushya partha sarvashaha. Hare Krishna. Translation, please. Anyone?
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Okay.
Ninya Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respect. O son of Prakash. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here is saying that how and whatever no whatever desire you surrender to him, whatever percentage. Suppose you have surrendered to him 50%. Suppose you have surrendered to him 10%. He will reciprocate accordingly, right? He will take care of your 10% accordingly. So if you have taken, if you have surrendered 10%, 20%, whatever things you have surrendered on to him, right? That part of life will be taken care by Krishna himself. He personally takes care, right? So all as all are surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly, right? However, whatever desire you have. For example, we don't have the desire to, do go to Golok Vrindavan, then one will go, he has some desire for, there are five types of liberation, right? There is Sayujya. Sayujya means that going into the eternal effulgence, right? This is done by the impersonalist, right? Rest for that is Sarupya, right? Having same opulence of looking same Rupa and same, same looking same like the Vishnu Bhagwan. So Sarupya, Salokya, I mean residing in the same place, right? Vaikuntha planet in the Vishnu form. And then Sarishti means having the same strength, right? And and one is Salokya and Sarupya and Sarishti and Samipya, one having near to the Lord himself. So these are some desires, right? These are some desires of liberation. The five types of liberation are there. The first, one is Sayuja, which is not demanded by the devotee, but the rest four are, are little bit if you have desire, then one will not go to the Golok Vrindavan, rather he will end up in Vaikuntha, right? So in Vaikuntha, he will have there was such a little desire in the bottom of the earth. There is a little desire, so he will go to the at least to the Vaikuntha, right? When the Vaikuntha, no misery is there, and Sarupa equally, it's looking same like the Vishnu form, right? Same like the Vishnu form. So these are the some liberation, right? So everyone follows my path in all respect, O son of Pratha, right? So ye yathama prabandhe tam sateva bhajamya. He reciprocates, right? He reciprocates. I reward them accordingly. However reasons you have, he rewards them accordingly, right? So if you serve his senses, if you serve the Lord's senses, then your senses will be satisfied, right? So everyone is searching for Krishna in different aspects of his manifestations, right? He is partially realized in his impersonal Brahma Jyoti, right? Impersonal Brahma Jyoti is basically, the effulgence, the Brahma Jyoti is the effulgence of the Lord itself, right? But it is, it is partial realized, right? Not wholly realized. When you go, when we learn in the, level one that if you see far from the, far at mountain, then there is some some clouds are there and you go deep, then you see okay, there is mountain, there is then there is tree, then okay, on the tree there is parrot also sitting. So partial realization is seeing only the mountain, not the tree and the parrot sitting inside it, right? That is partial. If you know the absolute truth, the whole truth, the full truth, which is that it is having a mountain, it is having a tree and a parrot, right? All the three you are simultaneously having Bhagwan relation to. Partial relation is only seeing one part of it, and as the omnipresent soul, right, is fully realized only by his pure devotee. Only pure devotees will learn that okay, Krishna has form, right? Each is satisfied according to one's desire to have him, right? However desire you have, whatever kind of desire you have, it will be satisfied the Krishna because it is transcendental, right? In the transcendental all world also, Krishna reciprocates just as a devotee wants him, right? However, whatever rasa you want, right? Well, you want a friendly rasa, you want a parentalhood rasa, yes. Whatever rasa is there, dasya rasa, sakya rasa, friendship rasa, right? All the rasas. One may want Krishna as supreme master, another personal friend, another is lover, right? Right? Madhurya rasa, right? Various five types of rasa is there. So Krishna rewards all the devotees equally according to their different intensities of love for him. Whatever intensity is there, he will reward them accordingly. In the material world, two such personal service to the Lord is seeing given and transcendental bliss, right? For the material impersonalists, to Krishna helps by absorbing them into his effulgence, right? In the material world also, for personal service to the Lord is seeing giving transcendental service bliss, right? If you serve personally the deities of the Lord, then transcendental bliss is there, right? So here are the three levels of the Krishna rewards according to the surrender. Three levels of realization of absolute truth. Who realizes Krishna fully? Only the pure devotees, right? There is Brahman realization. Brahman is the soul's relation, right? To soul. Then there is the Paramatma relation. Shirodakshi Vishnu, the Paramatma relation, and there is the Bhagavan relation, right? Three stages of relation. But in order to know that there is Bhagavan, the 64 qualities having Krishna, that is realized only by the pure devotees, right? So everyone is looking for Krishna in different aspects of his manifestation, right? Krishna is object of everyone's relation. Krishna reciprocates based on the desires, right? How Lord reciprocates for the fruitive workers, he is a Yagneshwara, right? He gives the results of this of his works, right? So fruit for fruitive worker, he is a Yagneshwara. You do the yagna according to your work, and he rewards accordingly. So he for the fruitive worker, he is a Yagneshwara. For impersonalists, he is the Brahma Jyoti, right? They want to get immersed, get merged into the Brahma Jyoti effulgence. So for them, he becomes the Brahma Jyoti. Okay, get liberated by this also, right? At least realize and have Brahman relation at least, right? And then using you for the yogis, the siddhis, various siddhis one wants. Okay, take the mystic powers, right? And that, for example, like Hanuman had Hanuman had all the eight siddhis, right? One of it was getting too small, right? Getting too small, right? And one of it is getting too big, right? One was going to the places as far as he want, right? So various siddhis he had. So mystic power for yogis, right? Yogi for yogis, but he all used it for the for not for the sensitivity, rather in the service of the Lord Ram, right? So that is the difference between yogi and a dasa, right? So dasa rasa is different, and yogi, yogi is having a mystic power. They are awarded because they want siddhis only. Okay, that is also like a fruitive work only. For the devotees, five primary rasas are there, right? Sakhya rasa, dasya rasa, madhurya rasa, vatsalya rasa, and all this rasa, right? All this rasa, all this rasa is belongs to the for the devotees, right? So without coming to the highest performance, all attempts are imperfect, right? Kam sarva kamova. Everyone depends on Krishna's mercy for success, right? Whatever is there, all the energy, all the whatever how Lord is reciprocating, it's all the energy. It is all given by the Lord Himself. So all kinds of spiritual processes are but different degrees of success on same path, right? Different degrees of success. It is not like that the yogi will end up in Krishna's abode. No, and the fruitive worker will end up in Krishna's abode. No, the impersonalist will end up in the Krishna's abode. No, right? Because whatever you are aiming, that will be granted, right? So every path has different success, right? So Shantarasa, various five rasas we will here discuss. Shantarasa is net neutral attitude of devotees, right? You become you if you have said that okay, you become a cow for in service of me. Okay, the devotee will say yes. Okay, I become a cow. Right? So example, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur states that in Braj Bhumi, the Yamuna River, the Kadamba trees, the cows, the Krishna's cow herding stick and flute all belong to Santarasa. They are neutral attitude of the devotees. They doesn't care. They only want to serve Krishna. They say that Krishna, whatever you like, give me that service, right? Whatever you like, give me that. I can become a tree, I can become a flower on your feet, right? I can become a cow. Anything you want, that is a santrasya, that is the neutral attitude of the devotees, right? Dasya rasa, the Hanumanji, right? Active service, right? Always acting in the service, always acting in the service of the Lord. Chitraga, Vatraga, Rataga are direct servants of the Krishna and Hanuman, right? Sakhya rasa, right? The friendly rasa, the Arjuna, which is having blissfulness, right? In this rasa, one feels that Krishna is my friend. The friends in Vandavana, Arjuna, Sudama, right? These are all friends. So Sakhya rasa, 12 important cohort boyfriends of Krishna are Sridama, Sudama, Arjuna, Subabu, Kusuma Mahabala, Subala, Vasudeva, Mahabahu, Lamanga, Stoka, Krishna, and Dama. right? And Vatsalya rasa, Vatsalya parenthood rasa, right? In aesthetic love of parenthood, including father, mother, and teacher, right? Example, Yashoda Maya, right? Nanda Maharaj, right? Others include Mother Rohini, Balram's mother, Devki, the wife of Vasudeva, Vasudeva, the real father of Krishna, Sandipa Muni, his teacher in the ashrama, right? And Krishna's teacher, right? And Madhurya Rasa, right? Madhurya Rasa is the relationship with Krishna as a lover and beloved, right? Lover and the beloved. Then all the Ranis there, 16,108, Ranis were there in Dwarka of Krishna, right? Whom he basically got free from the asura, right? So that that is the rasa which they got blissfulness in that. The relationship with Krishna of Radharani, Krishna's wife Sindarka, and gopis are in the Madhurya rasa. Conjugal love is divided into two portions: Vipralamba or conjugal love in separation, right? There is a separation of the gopis, right? That is love in the separation, and Sambuga or conjugal love in direct one, the wives of the Dwarka. Every single day, every moment, Krishna was present with all the palaces at the same time, right? So this is, these are the rasa one can have, with that in relationship with the Krishna, right? What are the, now we will see the what are the stages of bhakti yoga, right? We are preparing for the bhakti yoga, so you can, gauge your gauge your progress, that how our progress is going, right? We need to achieve the Krishna prema, right? So we start from Shraddha and faith, right? If you have faith, then only you will start reading Bhagavad Gita, and then you a little faith you have, then only you do some Krishna conscious activity, right? Because it is the mercy of the Lord that we have got some faith, right? At least faith is there, some faith is there, some pious activity you must have done in a previous life or this life, to get that faith, right? To get this mercy to be in Krishna consciousness, to at least start the Krishna consciousness, or at least to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra there. There's some faith is required and some pious activity is required to be, attained in order to do that. So first is Shraddha, having faith, having a little faith, of faith having, right? Then you go to the Sadhu Sangha, you meet devotees, you have association with the devotees, right? They become your, basically they become your wall, they become wall in, in the Maya. Because if you have association or good association of the devotees, then what happens, the Maya cannot, infiltrate, and and basically, try to attract towards itself, right? For that, the association of devotees is very necessary. So they become a wall, right? They become a wall, they become like a firewall, or a wall which prevents Maya from entering. So association of devotees is very necessary, right? So we come to the association of devotees, right? This session is going on, association of devotees. We go to the temple, then there you have association of devotees. You do congregational chanting, or kirtan you're doing, that is association of devotees. You discuss about the scriptures, you clarify your doubts with other devotees, right? So this happens in the association of devotees. And comes the bhajan kriya, performance of devotional service. And you get some devotional service, right? Whatever devotional, little devotional service, any devotional service you get, cleaning the temple, or bringing flowers for the Lord, or performing kirtan in the temple, or any kind of online services you get, right? Whatever online services we get, right? For doing, posting in the groups, right? Having, so all these are, devotional bhajana kriya, right? We come to this stage. Then there is anarthripati state. Anarthripati is decreasing of unwanted attachment, right? Because there is, this, you are progressing, then unwanted attachment will be there, because it is, it is basically an impediment in your path of devotional service. It is blockage in your path of in your, Krishna conscious or spirituality, right? With the another with the decreasing unwanted, because which is not required in Krishna consciousness, will gradually will be going from your life, right? Gradually, the friends who were not good, bad association will go off, right? Bad things and bad activities, if there is any, that will go off, right? So that is the decreasing of unwanted attachments, right? Whatever there was, the attachment related to which was the blockage in the path of Krishna consciousness, that will go off. So this is a very long stage. For some it is small, for some many it is long, right? Anatripati, decreasing of unwanted, whatever conditioning we had, this is a state which goes long. Then comes a state of nishtha, steadiness, firm determination, resolute determination. Vyavasayatmaka buddhi comes, right? Steadiness, that okay, there is Lord, that I only want to serve the Lord. Then there comes a steadiness in your activity, steadiness in your Krishna conscious activity, right? It comes, you can see that, right? So this is the stage in nishtha, the steadiness, whole steadiness has come. You become disciplined, right? right? You become all regulative principles you follow, you do your activity, you dovetail your all the activities in your daily life, as per the as per the will of the Lord, right? Completely get more dependent, and you know that okay, he is the caretaker, he is the maintainer. Then there comes the taste, the ruchi. You taste the hari nam, right? And when you chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, the taste comes in the Nam, right? That ruchi becomes enhanced, right? That okay, okay, you can taste the Harinam, right? You can taste the Harinam, the ruchi comes, and there comes Ashakti, attachment with the Lord. It grows higher and higher, right? Some aesthetic love comes into that, right? Aesthetic, or some transcendental love is also coming into the attachment. So asakti comes, attachment to the Lord is in there, right? Attachment, too much attachment to the Lord becomes that you only want to do devotional service, and at this stage of asakti. Then there comes the bhava, the bhava love comes at the stage, and the Prahlad Maharaj had, right? The bhava evolves from inside, and there is the love, and there is the prema, pure love for the supreme personality, right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had. So this is this is the stages. And what activities can we do? So these are the nine stages, right? Nine processes of devotional service. What kind of karma, right? What kind of karma are you talking about? You will ask me, Prabhuji. And what kind of karma are you talking about? So we are talking about these nine. If at least one we can do, at least one, right? At least one we can do perfectly, that is enough, right? Like hearing Shravanam, Parikshit Maharaj heard the Sukdev Goswami at the last 7 days of his life, right? He started only hearing, right? So that is Shravanam, right? Then there is chanting. Who was doing the, was reciting the Bhagavatam? The Sukdev Goswami himself, the Kirtanam. Right? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. Smaranam means remembering the Vishnu, remembering the Supreme Personality Godhead, right? Prahlad Maharaj, always remembering the Vishnu, right? Serving the lotus feet, Pad Sevanam. Goddess Lakshmi is always doing the Pad Sevanam. And when he is Garbhodakshaya, Vishnu is, in the Shir Sagar, he is sitting, the goddess Lakshmi is always, always doing the Pad Sevanam. And then is there deity worship, Archanam, Prithu Maharaj, always worshipping the Lord. Then Akrura Vandanam, right? Praying to the Lord, executing order Dasyam Hanuman, always ready to do service for the Lord. When Lord Rama was there, he helped Lord Ram to win the battle. And when Lord Krishna came, he helped Arjuna to win the battle, right? So serving as a friend Arjuna, right? Sakyam is the serving as a friend, and complete surrender Atma Nivedanam Bali Maharaj, right? He completely surrendered to Vaman Dev, right? So these are the nine processes or nine karma that is needs to be done. So impersonally do not agree to accept the eternal blissful personality Godhead, right? They accept only the Brahma Jyotir effulgence. They are only interested in that, right? They want only to be free from fourfold miseries. That's it. They don't want that what will happen after that, because they will not have anybody. They will go and merge into the Brahma Jyoti effulgence, and no activity will be there. So ultimately again one can, there is a risk of again falling down to the material world, right? So they cannot relish the bliss of transcendental personal service to the Lord, as they have extinguished their individuality. But spiritual suicide, what is spiritual suicide? That you don't have any individuality, you are nothing, you will go and merge into the Lord, right? That is the spiritual suicide, because individuality has lost. So those not firmly situated even in the impersonal existence return to this material field to exhibit their dormant desire for activities, right? So when again comes to the dormant desire, whatever desire there in the Brahma destroys everything, and there are still some soul left, not gone to the Vaikuntha. Again, again they will come and do the activities as per their desires. So they are not admitted into the spiritual planets, given a chance to act on the material planets. For fruitive workers, Lord always awards the desired results as the Yagneshwara. Whatever, if you are a karmi, then okay, you did that, okay, have the results, okay, enjoy your results. Yogis seeking mystic powers awarded such powers, right? Siddhis they get. All kinds of spiritual processes are but different degrees of success on the same path. So all attempts become perfect only when one is in Krishna consciousness. Everything becomes perfect when one is in Krishna consciousness, right? Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, third chapter, 10th shloka, it came, Akama sarva kamo vamokshakam udaradhi tivrena bhakti yogena yajet purusham param. A person who has broader intelligence, whether he be full of material desire, without any material desire or desiring liberation, must by all means worship the supreme whole, right? Whatever desire, but he must worship the supreme whole, the personality of Godhead, right? So broader intelligence means he by all means, right, whatever desire he has, by all means, everything should culminate to worship the supreme whole, the supreme personality of Godhead, right? So 4.12. Kankshanta karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devata shipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Translation, anyone? Yes, Hare Krishna, Latika Mataji. Okay, I will say. Men in this world desire success in fruitive activities and therefore they worship the demigods, right? Quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive work in this world, right? So, this is about the karmis, right? What happens to the karmis? The Karma Yoga part is now discussing about the karmi, right? Men in this world, those who desire success in fruitive activities, they worship the demigods, right? They want, immense. Well, they go to the Kubera, they want immense, immense power, they go to the Durgama, right? Then the various, they want intelligence, where, they go to the Ganesha, and various demigods that are there, they get there. And of course, man get results from fruitive work in this world. Whatever activities they are doing, whatever, worship they are doing, they do some karma, and they ask, they ask the mercy of the demigod. They will be getting that, right? They will get that as per the mood, but all temporary, right? Nothing is demanded spiritually, all temporary. So demigods are not different from of God, because all the powers are coming from the supreme God, right? So, but their gods different parts and parcels, delegated with different gates of power to manage this material world like the body and its parts, right? Example, you open the door, who is opening the door? The hand is not opening the door, you are opening the door. So one is becoming just an instrument. So Vedas say Nityo Nityanam, God is one, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Ishwar is the Param Krishna. These demigods are all living entities, Nityanam, right? But cannot be equal to Supreme God Narayan, Vishnu and Krishna, right? They cannot be. Vishnu Tattva is different, right? Demigods are different. So one who thinks that God and demigods are the same is called an atheist or pasandi, right? This is the, this is you. We also recite this in the morning, right? In the morning, the Nama Prada, second Nama Prada, equally, at having, doing, assuming that the Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma to be equal to the name, Lord Vishnu, right? So that is a kind of, Nama Prada also, right? Even the greatest demigods, Brahma and Shiva, worship the Lord, right? Everyone is saying the Brahma, Satchidanand Vigraha is the, the Sarva Karana Karanam is the supreme personality God. The Krishna is there, right? He is also saying. And Shiva is also saying, right? Shiva is also saying that you are the supreme personality. Krishna is the supreme personality of God, and everyone is worshipping. Indra is also saying, all the lords, all the demigods, Brahma and Shiva are saying that he is the Krishna is the supreme personality of God, and Krishna is also saying that yes, I am the supreme personality of Godhead, right? So Narayan, Vishnu, Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead, do not belong to this world. Even Shankaracharya, who is the impersonalist, also says that he is the transcendentalist, right? He is the Krishna, Vishnu, Narayan does not belong to this material world. He is transcendental, right? Even the impersonalist, impersonalist Guru Shankaracharya, Sripad Shankaracharya says this. They are transcendental to material creation. The results obtained through demigods are temporary, meant for less intelligent persons, right? We want temporary results or the permanent results, right? So demigods are worshipped for temporary material opulence of this material world. Demigods as well as their worshippers will vanish with the annihilation of this material world, right? So demigods are, because why demigods are parts and parcel, because Krishna says aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravartate. From everything emanates from him, right? All the demigods and everything, all material creation emanates from the supreme personality of Godhead, right? Iti matva bhajante mam ye na mam upandi hai. Whoever whoever basically knows this transcendental truth, right, will go to the supreme personality, will come to the supreme personality. This is said by, so aham sarvasya prabhava mata sarvam pravartate, right? Everything is emanating from him only. So always, always differences, what is the demigods differences and the supreme lord, between the demigods and supreme lord, right? Always worship supreme. The demigods always worship supreme as obedient servants, right? And they are created by the supreme. They exist within the material nature. They are delegated with various grades of power to manage affairs of universe. They are subordinate to the will of the supreme, have material bodies and subject to birth, old age, disease, and death, right? Come under the influence of the three modes of different accidents, right? Right, having satoguna will be more higher, higher grades of satoguna will be there in the demigods, right? And for the supreme, supreme is the one. He is the supreme whole. He is supremely worshipable. He is supreme creator. He is beyond material creation. He is the supreme controller. He is supremely independent. Right? All modes of he, because the naguna. He is naguna because nothing is, everything is coming from him. So he is above the gunas. Right? Completely spiritual body. No birth, death, old age, and disease. Right? Completely beyond the influence of three modes, three material modes. Eternally the same supreme Lord. 4.14, right? So how this world is created, how the now Krishna will talk about the varnas, right? Chaturvarnyam maya shashtam guna karma vid abhivagashah tasya kartaram apimam vidya kartaram avyayam. Hare Krishna. Translation, anyone?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
According to the three modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the four divisions of human society are created by me. And although I am the creator of the system, you should know that I am yet the non doer, being unchangeable. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So he's saying just because there is this three modes of material nature, according to through three modes of material nature, result into four societies, right? Four divisions of human societies, which are the Shudras, which are the Vaishyas, which are the Kshatriyas and Brahmanas. There are various modes of material nature is there. Mode of ignorance is there. Mixed mode of passion, ignorance is there. Then when the Vaishyas, then in the Kshatriyas, mode of passion is there. Brahmanas, mode of goodness is there, right? And although I am the creator, right? He is the creator, but we are acting as per the material modes of nature, not as per the will of the Lord. That's why it is the bondage to the society, right? That's why it is bondage to us. That is why it is, we are bonded to the material creation, right? Because we are acting as per the as per the three modes of, we have not become transcendental to three modes of material nature, right? So but he is the non-doer, right? We are having the desire, we are acting as per the three modes of material nature, we are not acting as per will of the Lord, right? So that's why he is the non-doer. We cannot say, okay Lord, this is done by you. No, it's not said by that. If we agree to the will of the Lord, then we will leave everything, leave everything at our heart. Our attitude will change, we will do as per as per the will of the Lord. We will basically desire whatever desire he has. We will be equipoised in all the situation to do anything, whatever is happening around. We will be subdued to that, but we are not doing that. We will every time, every single minute, every single seconds, we are having the desires, which is basically the cause of bondage, right? Because we have surrendered to the material creation, not to the supreme will of the Lord. So he has created basically the guna karma vibhagasha, right? Everything is divided as per the guna, right? So it is not by birth. Never it is said that it is by birth, right? So here various, sudras, a mode of ignorance. One is who is, one who is too much sleeping, in the mode of ignorance only, right? He doesn't know what to do, what right, what not to do. So what will do, the one with the mode of passion, ignorance, will basically, or in the mode of passion or in mode of goodness, what they will do, they will basically guide this. Okay, you do at least, so that you can eat something, right? You can eat something, right? You do some work, at least you do some, do science. So this is the intelligence, right? One is getting, one is into the mode of ignorance. So they will engage into some work so that he gets to eat, ultimately follow some principles and elevate oneself to the Vaishyas, then elevate oneself to Kshatriyas, then to the mode of goodness, Brahmanas, and then ultimately become transcendental to all the three, four Varnashrama, right? So these are various divisions, right? These are the Swabhava one can have. So Lord created the four social divisions with the intelligent class of men, Brahmanas situated in the mode of goodness, Kshatriyas the administrative class, situated in passion, and Vaishyas, the mercantile men, situated in mixed mode of passion ignorance, they are into business, and Shudras and labor class are situated in mode of ignorance. The Lord Krishna does not belong to any of these divisions because as he is not a conditioned soul, right? He is not, influenced by three modes of materialism. It were created for the systematic development for Krishna consciousness to elevate men from the animal status, right? What is the animal status? Eating, sleeping, mating, defending, right? If you are doing all these four things, then you are just animal. If you are not controlling all these four things, then then you are animal. If you control these things, then you become human. Then you try to become at least human, right? The tendency of particular man toward work is determined by modes of material nature which he has acquired, right? What kind of tendency he has, right? A person in Krishna consciousness, however, is above even the Brahmanas, right? If you are a Vaishnava, then one is above the Brahmanas. Whatever work is doing, in the material life, but is one if one is into Krishna consciousness, then he is considered as above the Brahmanas. So Vaishnavas are above the Brahmanas, right? Chaturvarnya Maya system, right? So Lord Krishna does not Varna Ashrama Dharma division based on Guna and Karma, right? The creator does not belong to any of these classes, right? So mode of various modes are given. Vaishnava higher than Brahmana. Brahmana, the mode of goodness. Brahmana by quality is supposed to know Brahman, right? One who realized, right, what is Brahman, the supreme absolute truth, but most of them approach only the impersonal Brahman, right? If you are approaching impersonal Brahman, then you are just some Brahman, right? One who transcends limited knowledge, and reaches knowledge of the Supreme Personality Godhead is the Vaishnava, right? So impersonalist or the Brahmana, you can say that impersonalist at least, right? Above that, the one who knows that who is God, right? He is a Vaishnava, right? In any division, right? Any division, in any material division, he can be, but one is a Vaishnava and above the Brahmana. If he knows that if he knows the knowledge and he reaches the knowledge of Supreme Personality Godhead, right? Krishna consciousness includes knowledge of all different plenary expansion of Lord, right? Like Lord Ram, like Narsimha, Vaman Dev, right? Etc. Varavatar, etc. Right? Lord Krishna and one in Krishna consciousness is transcendental to all divisions of society, right? So what is the purpose of this system? It was to elevate from animal status to human status. People could purify themselves by regulating desires, right? Whatever desires you have, you be in this division, you get elevated, and you come to the platform of Krishna consciousness. What it is the process of for one whose material desire inhibits him from directly approaching Krishna, right? Just because one is too much conditioned, he cannot control his desire. Okay, so come into one of this, guna karma and act as per that, and you will be ultimately elevated to Krishna consciousness. So it is systematically develop the Krishna consciousness, right? So it was created by Krishna, who is the non-doer, vidhi akartaram, right? He does not do anything, right? We are the doer, right? Transcendental to the modes, as mixture of guna and karma, right? How it is made, how the division is made on the basis of guna and karma, right? Whatever karma you have done and whatever guna you have. So from three modes of material nature plus work associated with them, right? Why it was created? To avoid degradation, to protect, to support, for cooperation and not discrimination, right? Ashramas, there are various ashramas are there. So for the brahmanas, what kind of ashramas? All the four ashramas one needs to follow. One needs to go to the brahmachari ashram, then go to the then live a life of grahastha, then go to the vanaprastha ashram, then ultimately took sannyasa, right? After purification of the heart. Then for the Kshatriyas, the Brahmacharya ashram should be there, the Grahastha ashram should be there, and ultimately the Vanaprastha ashram should be there. For the Shudras, Grahastha ashram should be there. For the Vaishyas, Brahmacharya and Grahastha ashram should be there. Right. So these are the various divisions of the society. Currently, what we are doing, all are living only Grahastha ashram. Right. Nothing Brahmacharya ashram is there. All are basically Kalo Shudreshu. Right. Everyone belongs to Shudra class, right? Everyone is, so that's why in this Kali Yuga, since it's all not possible, it is not being done. So Harinam Sankirtan is suggested that you are into currently into all are into the ICU, you need a heavy injection, right? We need heavy injection so that we directly elevate, right? Directly we come out at least. 4.14 Namam karmani limpanti nami karma phali spraha iti mam yo bhignat nati karma bhirna sabhadyate. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
There is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruitive reactions of work. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So nothing is affecting, no work is affecting him, right? Nor he is aspiring for fruits of action, right? He is having everything, he is having all the six opulences, right? He is all wealthy, he is all strong, right? So one who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruitive reactions of the work, right? So nothing. Na mam karmani limpanti. Na mam karmani limpati. Na me karma phalisprava. Nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. Right. So he is not into the karmic reaction. He is not bound by the karmic reactions. Right. He is doing just for the paritranam sadhunam and vinashayata duskitam. So this is the two things for which he is doing his karma. Right. So still, still in order to set the example, yat cheshatri, yat achariti sheshthas, right? He does as a brahmana, he serve his friend as a brahmana, he serve his friend, right? Sudama, right? And he, as a kshatriya, he broken his vow and not lifting the weapon, lifted the weapon, to protect the vow of Bhishma, and he as a kshatriya, he went to fight with the Bhishma, he fighted with the Kamsa, right? As a Vaishya, he basically he was a cow herder, and is he belonged to the Vaishya family, and he was a cow herder, and he goes to the in the fields to for herding of the the cows, right? And then he with his friends. And as a Shudra, he was a Sarthi. As a service, he did as a become a Sarthi to the Arjuna, right? So these are all the that was setting an example, just for to set an example. He followed all kinds of all kinds of was the divisions of society, exhibiting exemplary example of the and this guna and karma vibhajan, right? So although the Lord is creator of this material world, he is not affected by the activities of the material world. He remains aloof from the creation. The living entities are entangled in the fruitive results of material activities because of their propensities for lording it over material resources not ordained by the Lord. Right. So we are here just because we are entangled in the fruitive results of material activities, right? Because we want to lord over the material resources. The various creations of the Lord include the demigods, right? Creations include demigods, human beings, lower animals, everything is, 84 lakhs universe are there. So all subject to creations of their past, good or bad activities. Whatever activities we have done, to that we end up in, end up being a demigod, we end up being a human being, we end up being animals, right? The Lord only gives them the proper facilities for such activities and regulations of the modes of nature. But he is never responsible for their past and present activities. Right? Even if one is going to the narka, he is being basically getting, basically having the goodwill of the Lord, right? Goodwill of the Lord. Because you have and is to in order to purify yourself, right? In order to purify, we get this body, okay. He gives enough chances, right? Again and again the chances are given, okay, get elevated, because it is not a punishment. Rather, he is a he is our true friend who wants us to take full blissful, have full blissfulness. Because in order to do that, you should have the will, to go there. If one is not having the will, that who is into the temporary things, who is want to lord over the material things, then he needs to be here, right? The Lord is never partial to anyone. Name dvesho stina priyaha, right? So he says in the ninth chapter, Name dvesho stina priya, right? He envy no one. He is not partial to anyone, right? He is partial to anyone. A Krishna conscious person is never subjected to laws of Krishna, laws of karma, right? Laws of karma, it is never subjected because he is subdued. He is surrendered everything. He carry on with the Krishna consciousness, which leads to, he comes about the laws of karma, because it is like fire. What happens? Whatever, doing Krishna conscious activity, doing devotion service, everything karmic reactions is all burned. Everything all gets burned because you are too much attached. You become becomes too much attached to Krishna, right? And serving the Lord, and too much attached to the devotion service. Always want to serve the Lord, right? The created beings are of many varieties, such as demigods, human beings, and lower animals, right? So Lord is never partial, Krishna was never subject to laws of karma. Okay, we did this. एवं ज्ञात्वा कृतं कर्म पूर्वैरपि मुमुक्षुभिः कुरु कर्मैव तस्मात् त्वं पूर्वै पूर्वतरं कृतं. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
All the liberated souls in ancient times acted with this understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty following in their footsteps. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here again, example Krishna is saying that ancient times, before this, all the liberated soul, whoever got liberated, all they got in the ancient time, acted as per this understanding, right? Because they know that I am the supreme personality of God, nothing is binded over me, right? So perform your duty, right? Become transcendental to three modes of material nature, and then you perform your duty. So by doing that, following their footstep, what will happen? You will get liberated, right? This is, we are coming from Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya. So various examples are there, right? Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, right? And Jagannath Das Babaji, Srila Siddhant, Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur, right? So various Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, various examples, all get liberated, Madhavacharya, right? So various examples are there that all liberated souls in ancient times acted with this understanding, right? Various examples are there. So we did that, on the knowledge of the right how to act. Now understanding the karma on the platform of jnana, right? We will enter. We start some sloka in this. So removing reactions, how removing reactions are there. The transcendental knowledge helps one clear up the philosophical doubts, right? Whatever doubts are there, you need some knowledge onto that, right? So we will have the jnana on this karma yoga. You need some knowledge on the philosophical doubts. It will be cleared in this. Also helps to clear up the karmic bank balance, right? One's karma, right? Cheto Darpanamarjanam Bhavamaha Damagni Nirvapanam, right? Karma is a universal law of nature. For every action, there is a reaction, right? It is universal law, right? So bad karma is obviously undesirable. And Krishna explains that even good karma should be avoided. You are in a chain, you are in a golden chain, you are or in a steel chain, all is the chain only, right? You become with the golden soft chain, it is there, but it is still binding, right? The goodness is the soft and golden chain, and the bad karma is, a steel chain, but it is all binding, right? For the pious activity also, you need to come here, right? You have done lots of pious activity, you get born in the family of Ambanis, right? You are still bound in this material world only, right? You become some demigod also, then also you are here, right? So beyond good and bad is the spiritual level, no action and reaction, right? Akarma. So we need to elevate ourselves to the level of akarma, right? Everything in the service of the Lord, right? Everything utilize it in the service of the Lord. We don't care if we don't care that whatever the results are, whatever your capacity is there, you do that and do the devotion service, because everything is the way you will be, totally dependent at the will of the Lord, right? So that is a karma. We'll learn more about it. So understanding karma on the platform Jnana Nishkama Karma, for from 16 to 24. What is action? Right? What is action? What is forbidden action? What is inaction? What is action? We will learn about the karma. What is forbidden action with vikarma? And what is inaction? Akarma, right? Inaction we will learn. So these three things, this is the jnana, basically which is talked about in the jnana part, jnana yoga part of the karma yoga section. What kind of three kinds of karma is there? Karma is actions which are performed in terms of one's prescribed duties as mentioned in the revealed scriptures, right? If you perform as per the prescribed duties, as per the Vedas, and as per the revealed scriptures, you follow regulative principles, right? You do that as per the Vedas, you are acting, that is karma. What is vikarma? Not acting as per the prescribed duties, right? Which are performed by the misuse of one's freedom, which is direct one to into the lower life. You are having intoxication, right? You are meat eating, you become a lion in the next life, right? Because too much meat eating is there, right? Because one is, loving, so you can't help it. If you can't help it, then okay, you may, you at least don't incur any reaction to it. So in order to not incur any reaction, you become an animal, because it will be forced, he will be forced to eat that, right? He will be forced as per his guna only, right? So become the lower life. One comes to the lower life, right? Vikarma is there. What is the karma? Actions which free one from the cycle of birth and death. Narad Muni, right? Everything is doing in the service of the Lord. He doesn't care whatever capacity he has, whatever capacity we have. If we do that, and as per the will of the Lord, we keep doing devotional service, and I surrender all the will, all the result to the Lord, that whatever I am doing is as per my capacity, and and I am doing it for you only. Whatever the result that I don't know, but I am doing it for you. That is akarma, right? So law of nature, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, right? But in akarma phase, you become transcendental. किम कर्म किम अकर्मेति कावयोपि अत्र मोहिता तत्ते कर्म प्रवक्ष्यामि यज्ञ यज्ञात्वा मोक्षयस् Mokshasya Subhat. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Even the intelligent are bewildered in determining what is action and what is inaction. Now I shall explain to you what is action, knowing which you shall be liberated from all misfortune. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So now Krishna will tell what is, what is action and what is inaction, right? And he shall explain what is action, what action is, knowing which you shall be liberated from all the misfortune, right? So when intelligent, even intelligent, he says even intelligence, the people are those, even intelligent are bewildered in the determining, right, what is action in action. He cannot differentiate between the action and inaction, right? They both, suppose a person is acting, you know two persons are there, both are going to do some job, right, going to the some college, going to some, are into education or going to the job, right? Both are into the same thing, same, same profession, you will say that one, so both same college, same office they are going. But one person is, is one person is, wants to get results out of it, doing the work and having the payment, having getting the, getting the payment out of it, and enjoying the results, that is one person. Another person is doing for the Lord, that okay, that I have some family, I need to take care of them, okay, which Lord needs to take care of them, for them it is there. And whatever there is, whatever there is, I within the capacity, whatever there is, I will give it to the temple, or to the, for the spiritual purposes, right? Everything is for the Lord only. I dedicate everything to the Lord. I am just taking care, just doing, Srila Prabhupada's father was, Srila Prabhupada's father used to, what he used to say, that I am going to the, I am going to the, take, he had the business, he had a, shop. So he said that, okay, I am going to shop just for, just for the namesake, just to go, to have some money, and, bring it to the home itself, right? That's it. No attachment to that shop, right? Nothing attachment to the material, material things, right? Material, whatever he is getting out of it. So this much, this is the attitude, right? So both are going to the same office. One is in Krishna consciousness, right? Rest of the time he is into, doing devotional service and doing the Krishna conscious activity, and sometime, sparing it for the, just to, for the namesake, taking care of, taking care, because everything is the will of the Lord, right? Sarva karana karanam. So everything will happen, whatever the results are being giving, whatever the temporary activities are being in the material world, it will happen, right? You don't have to worry about it, right? It will happen. One needs to dedicate his life, because our life is very short, right? In the end, if we want to remember the Lord, then it is very tough, right? It is very tough if we have not prepared it for the whole life, right? If we were at least, Namaste Das Prabhuji and Srila Prabhupada tells that, okay, at least, at least at the last 10, 15, 20 years, or 10, 20 years of your life, at least one should be, have grave, too much dedication in the spiritual, one should dedicate his life to the spiritual advancement, right? So we don't know when the life will go, right? We don't know when the life will, whenever your life, whenever you have come to the Krishna consciousness, one should start, become serious, one should become some grave, and one should be very serious, in attaining the supreme, right? Because the Prabhupada tells that whatever, coming at in the, in your dreams, whatever coming in your dreams, that will come at the end of your life only, right? If Krishna is not coming in our, dreams, then, it will not be, he will not be coming at the end of the life, right? So you need to contemplate that, what are we, what are we doing. So we need gradually, right? It will not in one night, it will not happen, one day it will not happen. Just we need to keep, keep following the footsteps of the acharya. By that, what this is a true devotee does, right? A true devotee, what he does, he follow the footsteps of acharya, even he has not yet realized anything, right? He just follows, and keep taking instructions from the acharya, and he gradually, gradually the relations comes, because he's just following at the faith of the acharya, right? He is following at the faith of the acharya, for with the mercy of the acharya he gets, and by that realization comes, right? Later on realization also comes, and one is gradually elevated, right? So this is what, this is the intelligent class of men also bewildered, right? So one is bewildered, but we now we are learning, we get the knowledge, and we try to apply them in our life. That is very, very necessary, right? कर्मणो हि अपि बोद्धव्यं च विकर्मणः कर्मणश्च बोद्धव्यं गहन कर्मणो गतिः. Hare Krishna, anyone?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna, Mataji.
The intricacies of action are very hard to understand. Therefore, one should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, and what inaction is. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So intricacies, so action are very hard to understand, right? Both person, I have given you example that both person are giving to the going to the same office. They are doing the same activities. They are getting the same, they might be getting the same results also in their office, right? But the intricacies are different, right? The results they will get are different. One is attached to his work, one is not attached to his work, right? So both are acting differently. So therefore, one should properly therefore one should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, what inaction is, what is karma, right? Doing as a prescribed duty, what is forbidden action, what is vikarma, one not doing acting as per using misusing your will, the a little will that is been given, and what inaction is, what a karma is, right? So that is these things are need to be understood. So we will start this. Okay, we will discuss these two shlokas first. In Krishna consciousness, one has to follow the leadership of authorized persons, the disciplic succession like Brahma, Shiva, Narad, Manu, the Kumaras, Kapila, Prahlad, Bhishma, Sukadev, Goswami, Yamraj, Janakamali Maharaj, without mental speculation, right? There are the 12 Mahajans, right? So these are authorized leadership. We need to follow them. The system of Krishna consciousness was first narrated to Sun God, right? Vivashwan. Then he explained it to Manu, right? Then he explained it to his son Maharaj Vishwakarma. And the system is current on this earth from that very remote time, right? So Lord decided to instruct Arjuna about the Krishna consciousness directly, right? Because he was bewildered, right? Because of the direct instruction of the Lord to Arjuna, anyone who follows in the footsteps of Arjuna is certainly not bewildered. So if we are reading, if we are reading this Bhagavad Gita, then we will follow the instruction. We try to follow the instruction of Bhagavad Gita, and we will be get liberated, right? So only action performed in Krishna consciousness can deliver a person from the entanglement of material existence, right? If one is serious about liberation from material bondage, one has to understand the distinction between action, inaction, unauthorized actions, right? Why we need to understand? In order to get liberated, right? We need to get liberated, and we need to understand that what is action, whatever you are doing, because you will be doing something, right? In the 24 hours you will be doing something, right? In order to get free from material bondage, every activity is your should be a karma, right? If it is not, if it is not a karma, then what will happen? You will have the bondage, right? To understand Krishna consciousness, one is to perform actions knowing his relationship with the Supreme as his eternal servitor, right? If one just knows that he is eternal servitor of the Lord, then he will do an action only. Nothing will be as per prescribed duties, nothing will be opposite to the prescribed duties. He will be in an action, right? Because he knows he is eternal servitor, he is born, he is existing just because Krishna is there, right? If someone is asked that, okay, how why we exist, then we exist just because Krishna exists, because we are aham sarvasya prabhava mata sarvam pravarte, everything is emanating from him, right? So we are existing just because Krishna is existing, so we are already his eternal servitor, right? So whom we need to serve? To him only. So all other actions are vikarmas or prohibited actions, right? Whatever, if you are not an attitude of internal servitor of the Lord, and not doing as per, being an eternal servitor of the Lord, not acting as per the Krishna consciousness, then what are then all other actions will be prohibited actions, right? So okay, we will start this part tomorrow. Hare Krishna. And the video was off. Okay. Hare Krishna. Any doubts from today's class? Hare Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna. Ananya Mataji, Brahmaji made us. Brahmaji is made by Vishnu ji. But who made Vishnu ji? Okay, okay, Mataji. Vishnu Tattva is different, Mataji. It is transcendental. Um, Vishnu is not equivalent to Brahma at all. The Vishnu is just a, the tattva is from the Krishna only. From the Krishna everything is emanating. So Vishnu ji is like, when Krishna goes to the office, he becomes Vishnu ji, right? So it is like that tattva, Mataji. So you need to understand the tattva. Brahma ji is basically created as per the, as per our, the good activities, right? Whatever the, punya one has accumulated in his whole life, right? So by that the pious activities one do become like, current Hanumanji, right? This Yuga's current Hanumanji will be the next Yuga's, Brahmaji, right? The next Brahmaji will be basically the current Hanumanji, right? Whom we know. Hare Krishna Pura Mataji. Babuji, does all the decisions that we take are led by Krishna? And if yes, then why do we keep on thinking about the decisions that we take? No, Mataji, the decision that you have taken is taken by your mind, Mataji. The intelligence supports it. No, it is taken by the mind. No, there is a desire. The soul has the covering of the mind, intelligence, and false ego, right? So it is due to that covering, due to the three modes of material nature, you decide something, right, Mataji? So Krishna is not deciding, Mataji. Suppose you are not having any food, so you will not worry. Suppose you are will not, if you are Krishna conscious, you will not even worry because the food will come automatically. So this is the faith. This is the faith. When there was a story, and don't remember that who was him basically. There's a history story that there was this pandit who was very poor, and he was writing this shloka in which it comes that okay, everything is provided by the Krishna, that he maintains everything. Everything is provided, whatever lacks, Krishna provides, right? And everything is maintained by him. But while writing this, he cut this because he was very poor, no food was there. Even he went for taking a bath, he went outside. He cut the shloka, right? Badly in while writing, right? He was a grasta, she had a wife. After some time, what happened? After a little time, two persons came and they brought lot of gold and something, all this material things, gold things to the house, right? And given it to the wife that okay, you take this, okay? You take this, and basically, just a minute. So what happened, they basically so they basically given that, and there was on their on their back there was some scratches, the blood was coming out of it. Someone has beaten, and their on their back it was looking like that. So her wife asked it, what they were child, okay? So they asked that what happened to you. So they said that okay, your husband only beaten is like that, right? It is given, all the gold, it is given by him only, but he had bitten badly, so he pasted some paste, some Ayurvedic paste on the back so that it gets it gets good, right? So so Krishna and Balram actually came there, and they went, and then they went away, right? After some time, when the that Pandit came and and asked the wife that who gave this all this, and then he asked that they said that okay, they said that okay, you have only given, and they have bitten them on their back. They were heavily, he was chastising his husband, right? Chastising her husband that okay, why did you did this, such a beautiful boys, right? Couldn't have done that, right? So ultimately he realized that okay, the Krishna and Balram came, himself. So this is the faith one should many examples in this one itself, right? That how much you surrender, how much you have faith in it. Every food on your plate will come automatically. Automatically it will come. Whatever you desire, automatically. He takes care of his own. He takes care of his own, and everything comes on, automatically. That's what he takes care. So we are not deciding, we are only deciding. The will of the Krishna is like what you just surrender to him, and then act as per as per whatever. He is not saying that leave everything, right? You have some, you have the accumulated some karma, but now at least if you know that okay, we are the eternal servitor at any point of time. It is the mercy of the Lord only that we know that we are the eternal servitor of the Lord. Now it is us to accept. When we accept it, we just currently we just know it, right? We just know it. We are that conservative, but are we applying in our life? When you start applying, then you get to know that okay, are decisions made by me or not? So that is, that is all the desires you had has ended up you in this place, the current place, right? But when you know that you are the eternal servitor, then you start, then you start surrendering, and then when you start surrendering, then all that, whatever decision you make a Krishna conscious decision, right? So decision can be, decision can be karmic, related to the results. Decision can be vikarmic, related to the bad activities not as per prescribed duties. And decisions can be akarmi, right? Akarmi means an action, right? Nothing attached to that decision. Only decision whatever you are taking is for the service of the Lord. So that is the decision, right? For which, by which Krishna will be pleased, right? Then he will know that yes, he is having desire. For example, you love someone, then you will give some flower to her, right? If suppose I love someone, then I will give a flower to her, right? That is, that expresses my love, right? I will say something, I will say some pleasing words, right? That is expresses my love, right? So that is the decision I have taken, that okay, I will give the flower. So if you have literally love for someone, that you act as per the love, right? So that is, that is the decision I have made. If I don't love, then I will not, I will just say that I love and don't give flower and all, and not say pleasing words and all. Then that is not a love. So like that it is there, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, any other questions? Okay, Hare Krishna. Then we will end up here. पांचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण। Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for coming. Tomorrow we will be meeting at same time. Hare